occurred to me that many were very quick to give up on a guy like Tua Tagovailoa. I think that's how you say his name. I swear to God, if it's not, that's just how we're going to have to go with it. But many were able to give up or chose to give up on this man rather quickly. I believe that me and Tristan came on the podcast at one time and said that he probably shouldn't have been the starter over Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, Fitztragic, whatever you want to call him, that quickly, which I tend to agree with. However, to just throw this man under the bus and not give him any sort of chance, really, is the way I would like to put it. I think it's just awful. I think this guy is a one-of-a-kind quarterback that is going to do some special things. That's why they drafted him in the first round last year, people. That's why they drafted him. They thought that Tua Tagovailoa was going to be the guy and was going to be a franchise quarterback for many years to come. And I certainly agree with it. But to me, the question remains, can he take the Dolphins to where he needs to? I absolutely 110% think so. Because of some of the things we saw last year, with how quickly this Dolphins came together, this Dolphins team came together. There's a reason they drafted Tua at number 5. And that reason is because they apparently think so too, that he can bring them to. Now, but we're talking about a guy that completed over 64% of his passes against 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. 186 of 290 for over 1,800 yards. Now, I think, again, I have to reiterate, I think it was too soon to start him right away, but for how he played down the stretch, and only playing in 10 games, by the way. That's 10 games. So we're talking about, relatively... He only started at 9, so we're almost talking about a half season here. So we're talking about a guy that's going to throw for over 3,000 yards, probably 20 touchdowns, and not very many interceptions. Maybe double digit, maybe, don't know. I personally don't think so. But we're talking about a guy that had guys like Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, Myles Gaskin, who's the third leading wide receiver on the team. We're talking about a guy that has a defense that really came together and is finding a way to really get it done. Tua Tagovailoa, it's getting old. People are already saying that they should draft his replacement at number 3, whether that's Zach Wilson. And I've even seen mock drafts of Trevor Lawrence not going number 1. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It better not happen because he's the best quarterback in the draft. He's been the best player, best quarterback in the last couple of drafts. The argument could be made. Here's the point. The point is the Dolphins need to stick with Tua Tagovailoa. In fact, instead of drafting his replacement at number 3, which, by the way, we're going to have a mock draft coming out tomorrow night. Instead of drafting his replacement at number 3, instead, they need to draft Ja'Marr Chase. Yes, I said it. They need to draft Ja'Marr Chase. Can you imagine Ja'Marr Chase with Devontae Parker, with Mike Gesicki, with Myles Gaskin, all of those players, all of those weapons, and if they can get a quality running back and an offensive tackle in the draft, which, again, we're going to cover moving forward in the mock draft. So, to me, it really comes down to some of the things that they've been able to do. Now, the Dolphins, to me, really can't screw this up. You cannot draft his replacement because he is, in my mind, I think he's going to be a very special player. And they cannot get this wrong by doing what the Arizona Cardinals did to Josh Rosen a couple of seasons ago. You cannot just give up on your starter 1 year into it because he is not in any way going to be a guy that is going to hurt them. I know the Dolphins, I have to admit, they brought in a guy by the name of Will Fuller, who I think is going to do some great things for him. Did some big things at the Texans. Personally, I think it's a little overdue. They also brought in Jacoby Brissett to back up. Matt Skura at offensive line. Justin Coleman at corner. Man, the Vikings should never have let him go. Adam Butler, Robert Foster at wide receiver. Malcolm Brown, who... I'm not crazy about, but he did some good things for the Rams. Maybe he can find a way to get it done here with the Dolphins. So, all in all, they have been relatively active. Will Fuller might be able to be the biggest contributor there, but at the end of the day, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. The Dolphins need to stick with Tua Tagovailoa. I think he's going to be a special quarterback. Get him Ja'Marr Chase, or get him an offensive tackle. Penny Sewell, maybe. I don't know names that come to mind. Get him those weapons. Your defense is very, very good in a short amount of time, might I add. Kudos to that coaching staff. But stick with Tua, get him his weapons, and watch this team take off. That's all I got to say. So, anywho, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate it. Go out there. Have a great rest of your week.